Hi, this is Told Welcome, and today we're updating Graveyard Gifts. It's a free deck that Magic gave us, and we're going to try to keep it, budget friendly. But there is one card that I would like you to craft, and we'll get into that. So let's get into some of the cards. So the Mythic Rare that comes with Graveyard Gifts is Rise of the Dark Realms, a 9-mana sorcery speed card, and you put all creatures from all graveyards into the battlefield under your control. Originally, I made one video where I cut this card, and then I started thinking about it, and I was like, well, maybe we could just build around it. And if we change our, mindset about how we build the deck, then we don't need to take this card out. We can actually utilize it. So that's what we're going to try to do. We're going to try to, get some treasures with stuff like the Gold Saucer and some of the other cards that we're going to add in. Dire Rat, Freebooter type of situation. And maybe we can get to that 9 mana, stay alive long enough. That's kind of the idea. The other rares that are in this deck list is Kiora. When there's 7 or more cards in your graveyard, when Kiora attacks, it makes 8/8 octopi. And then Abyssal Harvester, you can tap it to exile a creature that was put there this turn, and you make a nightmare copy of that creature, but you can only have one nightmare on the field, nightmare token on the field. So if you made another one, you would kill the previous one. But it's a way for you to take like your opponent's creatures over, or maybe your own creatures that you discard. But we have better ways to get our stuff back, so we don't really, exiling our creatures isn't the best idea. But it's a good enough card that we want to keep it. The other rare is Acanis, the Omnipotent. 3 and 3 blue for a 3/4 and draw 3 cards when you tap it. It's 6 mana to do nothing. It's just too expensive, so we're going to take that out, and we're going to replace it with the one thing card that I think you should craft. This is actually one that I just crafted myself, because I don't have any copies of it. But it's Ardyn the Usurper. So for 5 and 3 black, it's 4/4. Demon and demons you control have Menace and Lifelink. And then at the beginning of combat, you exile a creature from a graveyard, and you get a 5/5 black token, demon token that's a copy of it. Just a really great reanimator. It's pretty powerful card, definitely worth the one rare craft, and that's the only rare that I'm asking you to craft for this deck. You don't have to do it, but I think it's just going to improve the deck so much so that maybe we need to look at more demons. And then the cards that we're leaving the same, we have Inspired from the Beyond and Zombify. We're going to leave those alone. We're not going to change the numbers. Basically, we have 5 Zombifies technically, or more than that, because we have the flashback for Zombify. So we have, 7 Zombifies. And we're going to actually improve that number with putting in some Valgavoth's Faithful. It's a 1 mana, 1/1, and you can pay for sacrifice it at sorcery speed, so you can only do it on your turn, but you return a creature from the graveyard to the battlefield. So you can get Ardyn back with the Faithful, and then Ardyn will get something, the Faithful back, and make it a 5/5 demon. So we're going to take out this Cutthroat. Well, whatever. We need to make space. Arbiter Woe is an interesting creature. It's 6 mana, 5/4. You have to sack a creature if you're casting it. Obviously, we're cheating it in. What it does is opponent discards a card, loses 2 life. You gain 2 life and draw a card. It's pretty powerful. You probably could leave it in, but I just think I want to go with the Vile Mutilator. It just seems like a little bit better of a creature card. So this doesn't have... Oh, it does have flying. So maybe I don't know, maybe our choices are kind of wrong, but maybe this needs to stay in the deck. But I just like the Vile Mutilator better. Like, opponent sacrifices an enchantment and a creature, non-token creature, a non-token enchantment, and then it has Flying Trample. It's a 6/5 body versus a 5/4 body, so it's a little bit better. It could fight other demons, the 6/6 demons from the Annex that comes out. If you cast it, you have to sack a creature, but you're probably not casting it. You're probably just cheating it in. Arbiter Woe is definitely something to look at now that we have Ardyn in the deck, as it's a demon, as some of our other cards that we're looking to replace. This thing mills cards, whatever. Just get out of here. We're going to go with the Malboro. It's a 4/4 for 6 mana, but the idea is it has swamp cycling. So for 2 mana, we can get a swamp from our graveyard or from our library, and then later on we can reanimate this, and opponent discards a card, loses 2 life. So it's kind of similar to the Arbiter Woe, but we can get it in our graveyard a lot easier. I don't know how much being a demon or not demon is going to matter, but that's kind of the idea. And this Dark Crow tithing creature, whatever, it mills cards. When it dies, if it doesn't get exiled. We're going to go with one of these Gravestalkers. It has cycling. It's a 5/4. It costs less for each creature in your graveyard. So, we're planning on trying to get some creatures in our graveyard. That's kind of the idea. This also costs less. The Huskburster Swarm, if there's creatures in our graveyard, it has Menace and Death Touch. So, if we reanimate it, it's just a really good, just kind of better creatures to reanimate. The Dreadwing Scavenger is 3 mana for a 2/2 flyer, and when it enters or attacks, you draw a card and discard a card. So this is a way that we can get creatures in our graveyard. And if you have 7 or more in your graveyard, you get +1/+1 Death Touch. We're going to go down on one of those. We're going to put in one of these Haunted Hellrides. I think it's just going to be really helpful to give our creatures Death Touch that don't have it. Obviously, the Huskburster Swarm has it, but everything else doesn't really have Death Touch. And so being able to give that to our creature, and it untaps, so then it's also, not only is it like a big, most of our creatures are going to be big bodies, now it could block as well, right? That's kind of the idea. There's 4 Ops in the deck. While Opt is a good card, it scries instead of surveils, so it's not putting anything in our graveyard. It doesn't really make sense to have it in the deck. So what we're going to go with is 2 Authorized Exits. It returns a non-land permanent to its owner's hand, and we surveil 1. 1 Collector's Vault, just so we can draw cards, create treasures, just another way to do that. And then 1 Magic Pot, because graveyard's kind of important. And then also, if the Magic Pot dies, we make a treasure. But trying to exile, stop people's comboing is, something that we kind of need. While Stab is good, Bitter Triumph is better because it hits more than just a 2/2 creature. And we can discard the creatures that we want to get into the graveyard. And that being said, we still need some way to deal with the early game small creatures. So Grim Bauble is a good substitute for Stab, because we can bring it back with the Unauthorized Exit, and we can sack it to Surveil 2. So definitely better than Baked in a Pie. And we have some more treasure stuff. They have this Gleaming Barrier. It's a 0/4 defender wall, can't attack. Why do we want a creature that can't attack? It's a good blocker, sure. We're going to go with some Undercity Dire Rats and 1 Freebooter, just for the curve situation where we can play this on 1, play this on 2, or, play the Bauble on 1, play the Rat on 2, play the Freebooter on 1, play the Triumph on 2, or something, some other thing type of situation. And then we have this Essence Scatter was in the deck as a counter spell, counter target creature spell. While that's great and all, we have a couple options that we could do. We could do Long River's Pool. So for 2 mana, we counter a spell. Obviously, it's 2 blue, so it's a little bit a little bit pricier, but we can gift a card and counter any spell. There's also the refute. For 3 mana, we can counter a spell, and then we draw and discard, so it allows us to loot. But the one that I'm looking at and really interested in trying out is the Swallowed by Leviathan. So we surveil 2, then counter a spell unless the controller plays 1 for each card in your graveyard. So ideally, you have enough stuff in your graveyard, and that's pretty good. So I think I'm going to try that out. And then the lands. They always put these Guild Gates in these free decks. Guild Gate's stupid. We have this one from Duskmourn. If the opponent has 13 or less life, this land enters untapped. I don't really want to have so many tap lands. I find having 8 or 9 tap lands in the deck is kind of bad. All these gain us life and their tap lands, we're going to get rid of those, and we're going to replace them with a Grotto so we can surveil. This obviously makes colored mana. We have a couple spells that, need double black mana. It's probably pretty bad. We're definitely going to have to adjust the Swamp, and they also have the Temple of Deceit in there. Well, you could leave this in there and replace like a Swamp or something. I'm just going to get rid of it. I'm not a fan of the tap lands. I'm going to replace it with the Saucer. You could leave it in if you want more dual colored lands type of situation. So we're at 24 lands. I'm just going to hit this Suggest Lands button. That'll give us 5 and 10, and then we'll check the numbers. So we need 6 blue sources. Usually the way I like to figure it out is go like 6 blue sources we need type of situation. Let's get this over here. Get us a little bit more room to work with. Gets a little bit more organized. So I usually like to figure that out. And then this is, 24 is 12, 26 is 13, 20. So we need 14 black sources type of situation. So I would go like 14 black. And then what I would do is I would say, we'll just call these ones black. Obviously, if you were doing like Verges or better, more expensive lands, we would do that. And then, we're going to take 1 away because we're 1 over for that, and we're just gonna have to take one away. Ideally, we'd have another dual land, so I guess you could put that in, right? And then you could take away one black source, and then you would still have your 6 blue. You'd still have your 14 black sources, and you know that's how I would do the mana bases. That's how I usually do the mana base. I don't know. There is a way that you could look at, you know, if you have double pips, getting that on curve and blah 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 blah. But that's the way I do the mana. So that's the deck. Let's get into some games and try to show you how to pilot this bad boy. Let's see if we can pilot this deck. Want to get stuff in the graveyard and reanimate it. Mill 3 cards, get a Zombify back. Not very good hand. If I didn't have 3 lands, I would probably mulligan this. But we have 1 bit of removal, 1 bit of return. Hopefully we draw into some cards. We do have some card draw. It'd be nice to have some card draw. If we had a card draw effect, that'd be pretty good. I think we're gonna lead off with the black. I think it's just more intimidating. It may slow down the opponent. Okay. That we do not have. Swallowed by Leviathan. Okay. Do we Grim Bauble here? I don't know. Look at the reanimate. I do want to get stuff in the graveyard. Definitely don't need that. I already have 4 mana. And turn. Swallowed by Leviathan. Counter their Zombify. Don't need more lands. And then Yuna has Ward of 2. So let's be prepared for that. We don't have anything to Zombify back. No witnesses, eh? And split up and expel the interlopers. What a weird. Okay. I guess we need more stuff. Maybe that was a mistake. I wasn't paying attention. Could have just held that for 1 turn. It's a bad play all around, right? So like Yuna. Just bad plays all around right there with that bauble. Discard 2, 1. Oh no, I want that card. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Seven? Sure. Put out a land. End turn. Yuna we can't target, so we screwed up again. One, two, three, four, five, six. 3 more mana. Maybe we do want to get back this freebooter. Okay. Alright, sounds good. I want that land. Okay. Okay. Drop a land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Those are what we need. Oh man. Just didn't get anything, man. They're definitely playing Yuna, right? I'm just gonna pay 3 life. That Bauble was such a mistake. You're attacking? You're gonna sweep the board? Okay. Not sweeping the board. Interesting. This... Maybe I hit a creature? Come on, baby. Bitter Triumph, I guess? If they get someone Bahamut or something. I think they're just gonna sweep the board here, though, for some reason. Is this what we need? Do we have the mana? It's pretty good. I'll give this one. Get rid of this. Get some lands. Is there a Yuna in there? There wasn't a Yuna, was there? Sure. What a play, man. What you got in there? Nothing left. Oh, you got the insight. Okay. Sounds good. Wow. Free to play, baby. Free deck. Oh, man. Against Yuna pile. What the hell? And a mistake with a Bauble. Caused them to get extra value with their princess. I just wasn't paying attention. Just wanted to get it out to surveil. Looking good. Let's just try it again. Yeah, where the hell were you at? Okay, we got Rat. We got Malboro. Much different hand. I didn't see any of these cards in the last game, even though we went through like most of our deck. I think we Scavenger in the Grotto. Malboro, we're probably gonna cast it, I guess. We're at 4 mana. We need some removal spells. We're gonna need a removal spell. It's not a removal spell. That is a removal spell, though. See if they want to take the trade. I'll take a treasure. Be great. Great if you want to give me a treasure. I could zombify this, actually. I think draw, then discard. Maybe just get rid of that. Zombify Malboro next turn. And the Bauble's not going to hit. Whatever they cast is, you know, if they put a Pride Mate down, we're in trouble. The Squire might be okay. I think we're going to have to bobble the Squire. We got to bobble the Squire. We don't get too big. Yep. Put this down. I think we just attack in. I don't know if we need that land. We really need the cards. We bobble and rat. I think we have to bobble the Squire while we can. I know life gain's pretty cool and all, but we're looking for Ardyn. You know, something really good to Zombify, but we'll just take the Malboro. Come on, bro. Are you kidding me? I just got rid of that thing. I just killed that thing. I'll block. I'm blocking. I will block. I mean, that 23 life, the life gain's gonna be rough, but... Okay. Take this back. Draw and discard. Maybe we draw into something better. Something good. It's gonna be good, right? Gotta be good, right? Right? Ooh. I'm gonna attack with this guy, I think. Because I want to not draw land. Sooner or later he's gonna have Death Touch as well. Although we only have 3 cards in the graveyard, so... Are we bobbling? They have a Sheltered by Ghosts. We can afford that. It's pretty good. Maybe they put it on the Sky Knight's Wire. Okay. The life gain is kind of good, but I mean, I think we just get. We got to do this first, right? I think I want to. If we draw Ardyn, right? Ooh. That sucks. Well. Yeah. Hoping for something better. At least they get rid of their last card in hand. That was great. And a Warden. They're top decking. We're about to kill their creature. Excellent. I mean, we're looking good. Just need a card in our hand to discard. I have to discard. I don't really want to. I would have liked to save the Bauble, but... I don't know if I should attack in with the rat or not. But we're looking good. They only have 3 lands. 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 out of 21. It's pretty good. I'm gonna attack in with this. Yeah. Get this out. Get back another Malboro. They're gonna gain a bunch of life, but run them out of cards. If only we can get something better, you know? That's gonna suck. They're gonna draw an extra card, but we're gonna kill their pack beast though. It's a bad attack. I mean, they gain life, but that's it, right? We're at 7. We're like a Shelter by Ghosts away or something. Oh. Yeah. Yep. I mean, we're at least gonna put down a magic pot, right? Or something better. Magic pot! Bauble? I mean, we want to bauble, but do we bauble right now? They have a bivouac to be aware of, which they can attack with. 3. Wasn't paying attention to that. I think we want to crack the bauble. I think I have to do it. I need better top deck, right? I need to draw. This is for the win, right? We can get back a Triumph or Zombify. Neither one of those is helpful, I think. Yep. We're gonna attack in with this for sure. Probably Malboro. And maybe this rat. Like so. I think that looks good. Temple of Deceit can go, I think. So they're gonna double block the Malboro, I think. It's a bad move, in my opinion. Take out the rat. I'll take more mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need 9. That's a waste of a bivouac, I think. You could have just attacked in with it last turn and put a +1/+1 counter on your lifelinker. We got them on their back foot, I think. Do I hold this grotto in my hand is the question. I don't think so. I think I need to, fix the top of my deck, right? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We need 2 more. We could present lethal. So I have to block 1. Can this attack? 3, 6, 10. So I have to block both? Three, 6, 10. I think we go for the win. Oh, okay. Nope. That's the win right there, right? 3, 6, 10. They're 10. Oof. I think I have to take that. I think that's good enough. I didn't get to see him. I spent all that money. Spent that hard-earned money. Ooh, well then. I played 3 games. Won 2, lost 1. Pretty good for a free deck that we upgraded. Didn't get to see that card. Assault by Leviathan looking good. Kiora's crap. Malboro looking really good in the deck. Really liking it. I think like this one's cheaper, so we could cast it earlier. How early are we gonna cast it? Right? 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So what? 4, 5. You need like 2 creatures in there, so then it's a 4 mana casting cost. I think I'm just gonna go more Malboro. I mean, that was just really impressive with the Malboro. Hitting the opponent's hand was, cool. I like that. And maybe it's, maybe it shouldn't be another Malboro. Maybe it should be something else. We didn't get to see the Ardyn out, but we did get to do 1 Rise of the Dark Realms, which is really amazing. Getting to 9 mana with some treasures. I don't even know if we got the treasures. I think we just got to with the way that we were controlling the top of our deck with our surveils and our draws and stuff. That being said, this was pretty good. That over another magic pot? I just really want it for the graveyard removal, though. It's kind of necessary. We could get rid of this thing. Death Touch. We don't really have trample on anything. The question is if they get to a state where we're in trouble. We have enough removal and disruption. We're able to cast spells again. Death Touch on the menace creatures. We'll just leave it as is, but I really think you could have another one of these scavengers. They're really good for cycling your cards out. The vault was okay, not the best. Didn't get to use it at all in that one Gruul game. We were just on the back foot the whole time. So, but yeah, this is my Gifts to the Graveyards deck. I think that would be the only change I would make, is just put in Malboro in for this guy. Well, this is like a card draw. This is land. I'll just leave it the way I had it at the start, and you guys can make that change if you want, or you can go, whatever you want to put in there. But yeah, like and subscribe. See you guys next time.